Good afternoon and welcome to Live in the Tank with Keith Deyo and Aaron Hairston. I'm so excited. It's been an amazing week. We got some rain today, which always brings growth, and it really makes me smile when I think of that. I've been doing this project. I've been leveling my backyard, really making it nice and level and flat, put some lines on it, some nice green grass so that my children can play this summer and play the water games and all that good stuff. And so it was about that time. But I had to pause, right, while the rain goes ahead and does its thing. And so here I am here today, just having some fun and really enjoying the moment. So what's going on, Frank? Lisa, what's going on? Stefan, what's going on, man? Welcome to Live in the Tank. And I'm so excited. You know, this week we have Isogenics University. So Isogenics University is a educational seminar, conference, however you, enlightenment, opportunity, however you want to slice it. And so I'm excited about this weekend. We'll be down in Philadelphia tomorrow night through Sunday. So I'm excited. So today we're talking about wealth. And I think it's important that we start off with this on this Wednesday because, again, I've mentioned on a few times that, you know, wealth is created in different aspects of our lives. And it should be, right? There's different buckets of wealth, right? You have wealth of relationships, right? Meaning that the people that you involve or spend the most time with, right? There's some substance there. There's a good, strong bond. And then you have your wealth in your money, okay? Your financial resources or your investments and what that looks like for your legacy. What are you handing down to your children? And then you have your wealth of your spirit, right? So now you're tapping into that amazing energy source that allows you to be alive every single day. And so that's the wealth of spirit. And then you have the wealth of love. Okay. Now think about that. Think about what that could mean, right? Your wealth of love. Now the love can be what you receive and it can also be what you give. And so as you look at that and even that self-love, that also falls into that category. And so on this Wealthy Wednesday, you know, we're all talking about passion this morning. We're talking about what it is that you do the majority of your day. And are you enthusiastic about it? Are you fired up about it? Or are you feeling limited? Do you feel trapped? Do you feel stuck? Right? And if you feel those emotions, have you looked at why you feel that way? Because here's the thing. If we don't address it, it's going to continue to mutate, right? It's going to continue to grow. And we don't want it to grow. We don't want, well, let me take that back. We may want it to grow, but again, the only way you're going to grow it is if you focus on it, okay? So as we look at those areas and we say, okay, where can I build real wealth? Okay, where can I build real wealth? And we're going to have to start with understanding where we are right now and how we feel about it. Again, I remember there was a time, especially in my life, where it wasn't, hi, buddy. I have a wealth of love for this little guy right here. He's helped me and taught me so much. However, I remember there was a time in my life where I was very uncertain. I didn't know where I kind of fell in, and I was able to mask it easy. And I really didn't look at all the different aspects of my life. And so here I am today. I'm excited. I'm fired up. I'm so enlightened. And my vision, you know what I mean, is so abundant. And I'm so excited about the possibilities. Right? I mean, isn't that what life's about, is being excited about what's possible? Right? I mean, that's that abundance that we talk about, right? That freedom that we talk about. And so my wish for everyone is that, you know, we have a conversation today about where is it now where you can allow yourself that freedom and where we can kind of focus and kind of unravel some of what's been bounded up so tight that's just holding you back. And now being able to live a limitless life, an abundance life. So, Ann, what's going on, girl? Baranti in the building. You can't connect? I don't know what's going on. Let's see. I don't know. Everybody, thumbs up. Can you hear me? You can hear me good? Everybody got a good connection? Anybody got a good connection? Let's see. Thumbs up, hearts. Let me know that you can connect. Let's make sure I'm on Wi-Fi. Awesome. Nick, what's going on, brother? All right, so as we start talking about the enthusiasm part, right? Because I think that's the first thing that you can measure. How excited are you about the day? How excited are you when you wake up in the morning? Are you jumping out of bed and you just can't wait to get to where you're going, right? Are you at that point, right, where your desire is just through the roof? You're like, woo, I'm so fired up, today's going to be great, right? This is where we can gauge, okay, if that's not the case, and you're feeling a little, little resistance with that. You're feeling a little distracted in your feeling, and you're not really enthusiastic about it. Why is that? Why is that? Is it the environment that you're in? Okay. Is it the tasks that you're doing? See, here's the thing: is if we start to feel these feelings that don't serve us, what's going on? If you start feeling these feelings that that we don't like, the first thing we got to do is say, okay, well, let me fill that with gratitude, because that's where you can reset everything. No matter what you have going on in your life, no matter what, if you start off by feeling and then adjusting your feeling with gratitude, you'll always go back. You'll always go back, right, to that baseline. And so, you know what? Actually, I'm thankful. I'm thankful for what I'm doing right now. It may not be my vision for my life. It may not be my end goal. It may not be there. However, I am thankful for what I'm doing right now. Because if I wasn't doing this, I'm not sure what I would be doing, right? Just putting it out there, okay? So when you start thinking about that, that's going to bring you back to the point of balance and say, all right, now I can go into this receiving. Now, here's the cool thing, is that because you did that, the enthusiasm, okay, the enthusiasm is going to reignite in you, right? Because that gratitude piece. Now, again, you have to be genuine about it. You just can't say, I'm thankful for it, right? You have to say it and believe it. Matter of fact, you have to believe it more than you say it, okay? And you have to feel it within yourself when you say that. And so that's where it's going to bring that balance back so that you can really see, okay, boom, I'm ready to go. And so now I can receive, all right? I can receive the messages. I can receive the lesson I'm learning today. I can really receive the abundance right now. I can free myself from that limit, okay, that limiting thought or that trap, right, that we talked about the other day. So once you go there, now you have to decide what is going to keep you there, okay? What is going to keep you in that moment? All right, so don't neglect what the next stage is. I think the most successful people in the world always knows what's next. Okay, they always know what's next. They may not know what they made them doing, but they know why they're going where they're going. Okay, and so step 1, step 2, step 3 is laid out for them. Okay, and so as we look at, all right, I realized that my enthusiasm wasn't where it needed to be this morning. I reset it and brought my enthusiasm back up because I'm grateful. Okay, and then what are my next steps? How am I going to stay here? And this is a question that we must ask ourselves all the time. If we have a feeling that we enjoy, if we're really excited about something, if we're enthusiastic, if we're passionate about it, and it's filling our life up, then we need to make sure that we have a bucket that's capable of holding it there, right? We got to be able to carry that with us, right? And if it's limited and there's only a shot glass size of room for this, then you know what? Once you use it up, it's gone.
Over here.
Okay, throw that away, bud. Okay? Awesome. So as we look at increasing our container, right, we have to have what's next. Okay, what's next? And one of the things is, for me, what I do is I surround myself with very enthusiastic people, passionate people, people that will help me to see, right, farther than I can see myself. And I love how my buddy Deyo, he's over at DMV right now for 2 hours so far, and he's not trapped by choice, of course. However, he's getting his car registered, his new car registered. And so as we look at creating this environment that's going to grow us, it's a quick reminder of a garden, right? So as a farmer, you start to plant your seeds, all right, and you nourish those seeds. You take care of those seeds. You work on those things, right, that you know are going to nourish those plants. Right? And those plants are counting on you. Now, again, you had an abundance of space and you put those seeds into that ground and you started nourishing it, right? So now what are you doing? You're managing the environment so those plants can grow. The same thing about our feelings and our passion, our enthusiasm, and the things that fill us up inside, that fulfillment, okay? And that achievement. So now you start to create that environment. As we talked about yesterday, it's draft week, okay? It's draft day every day, right? There is no cutoff. All right, there's no free agency cutoff that you can do it anytime you want. If you want to remove, a resource from the environment, then do so. Remove it and add it in and replace it. You know, if it went redundant, then let it go. So here's how you do it. You replace these edits, but you must be focused. And so there's no days off. And I know a lot of times we get overwhelmed with the fact that we must work on our life. which again, if you think about that for a minute, as I said that, I thought about it, it's like, well, we work so hard on everything else. Why are we not focused full time on us, right? Why are we not focused on the things? Because again, our life is so valuable. And there's nothing that anyone can say or give you that will be the same worth as you once you have realized that for yourself. And so that's how we grow, and we start to create that environment for us amongst those people, right? Amongst those people that charge us up, that fill us up, that at any moment will hold us accountable and say, hold on now. Don't go there. And so you start to see this ripple effect. As you put it out there, you put the vision out there, you put the motion, you put the emotion in motion, if you will, right? And you put the ripple effect out there. All of a sudden, what happens is you start to see yourself lift up in the worst case scenarios, where before you would be beat up by it. You would get destroyed by it. A tsunami would come and take you down. Now, because you've built a nice resilience and you've built a good a resource, now you jump on your surfboard and you surf tsunamis now, right? And you're like, wow, I remember one day I used to get crushed by this. And so that's where that growth happens. But it only happens when we focus on it. And it's just like a plant, right? If a new plant is seeded, right? A plant in the seed is seeded in the ground. Now you let it grow. Yes, it's a little vulnerable in the beginning. It's a small plant and it's out there in the elements, the wind, the rain, the storms, and all that stuff. And so as you start to see that, what was that, bud? You did get it off? Okay. Can you throw that away, though, so it doesn't go on the floor? Baby, don't eat that. Put that in the garbage, please. Thank you. So as we start to see this environment start to, push us around a little bit, right? But what strengthens us, all right, what strengthens us is going to be those opportunities, right? Those challenges. And so Keith says here, invest in oneself. Exactly, right? And the cool thing about it is with technology, we can listen to success. We can listen to people that have the same passion, the same vision, right? We can jump right in. Exactly, right? Exactly, Nicholas. Jim Rohn, awesome, right? We can jump right into a podcast, into a webinar, into a Facebook or a YouTube video. We can constantly surround ourselves, with these resources that are going to help us grow. And so Keith says here, he says he's open, ready, and willing to accept any and all upgrades life has for him. And so as you start to work each day, right, and you say, okay, I want to work on my relationships today, right? I want to work on my relationships today. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to text all the people that I care about. I'm going to text them all. Even if I haven't talked to them in a while, I'm going to text them out. I'm going to say, hey, guys, how you doing? I want to wish you a fantastic morning. How may I serve you today? How may I help you today? Is there anything I can do for you? Right? Just do that, right? That's going to be the start of the relationship building, right? Reaching out to oneself and others, okay? And so once you do that, now you can start to say, okay, boom, I'm going to work on that, right? And so finances. I think I heard a wise man say the other day, you must have multiple streams of income. Multiple streams of income. And I heard someone say the other day that they're going to walk away from their job because their husband got a great job. And I said, okay, well, are you going to work on something additional, right? Bring in some income as well. Work on another stream, because don't count on one stream. It doesn't work that way anymore, guys. And we know this. We know this. I've seen it happen. I've seen people with very, very, very successful careers, and just like that, the golden handshake, a retirement package. Here you go, guy. We can't pay you anymore what you've been doing, so it's time for you to go. And you're like, oh, well, huh? and you get a percentage and all this stuff. So again, make sure that you're investing focused time on your legacy, man. On your legacy, man. Here it is, guys. I mean, I look at these young ones running around my house. I'm like, man, what I do today is going to either facilitate their future or be a distraction to their future. And so every day that I make a decision, that's where I'm at. I'm like, is this going to serve my children's future, or is it going to be a distraction? Right? Is it going to be a distraction? If it's going to be a distraction, that means I didn't do my job. I didn't hold my end of the bargain. Right? I didn't hold my end of the bargain. And so on the wealth creation piece, when it comes to finances, make sure that you have multiple streams of income coming in. Make sure you keep your hands in a couple different pots. But here's the key. Don't just go out there and sell yourself to anything and everything. Make sure it's in alignment with where your vision's going. Okay? That's the number one thing. And I learned this from a good friend, my buddy Ryan Marcy. He told me this many moons ago, about 15 years ago. right? Because I've always been a hustler. Okay, I'll get out there and I'll be the hardest. Nobody will outwork me. I will work and work and work, and it doesn't matter what I'm doing. I will work endlessly because that's the type of person I am. And so he said, well, Aaron, I can see how your work ethic has allowed you to stay afloat. But you know what? You can work so much smarter if you just put all those things in alignment and make sure that you're working towards your vision and all the things that you have your hands in. And I said, wow, I don't really know what that means. And he says, just think about it. Just think about all the things that you do. And, whoa, here we go. Start breaking things. Just think about all the things that you do and think about the relationship amongst all those things. All right? And is it in alignment? Is it in alignment with where it is that you want to go? Because you're going to spend time doing it, so you might as well make sure it makes sense, right? And then everything kind of coincides with each other, right? And so as you start to do that, you may not have all the resources in place. So you got to start recruiting. It's draft day. It's draft day. I'm looking for a new GM. I'm looking for, a new offensive coordinator. I'm looking for a quarterback. I'm looking for a running back. I'm looking for a wide receiver. I'm looking for some big linemen. I'm looking for some defense, whatever it may be. Stephanie, what's going on, girl? Awesome, girl. Keep crushing it. Keep rocking it. I love what you're doing. And so Keith says, if the ocean represents abundance, then without multiple streams emptying into it, it would be empty, right? The ocean is our life. Find many streams to empty into it and flow through it. I love that, Keith. I love that so much. Because that's the place we need to live, right? If we don't live there where there's multiple streams coming in, right? And making sure that all that's fueling your vision, right? Because don't forget, fulfillment is not the amount of money that you make. Fulfillment is the enjoyment of everything you do. Okay? And filling that up. And here's the coolest thing about this, God, the Lord is my fuel. Every single day, I am so thankful that the Lord had chosen me to be here, right? Because the Lord made that happen. And so as I look at that every single day, I fill that with gratitude. And then I move forward and I say, okay, may I always keep you first. Because here it is. Has nothing to do with money. Has nothing to do with praise. Has nothing to do with recognition. Has everything to do with providing value, impact, right? Impact, making it happen, and right now we are creating an army of people to impact world health, physically and financially. Okay. And we know there's a big issue there and we're going to need a lot of hands on deck. And so every day I am looking for those individuals, right? And I'm always looking to draft and to draft and to draft and to draft. And we want to keep making that happen. And so again, find that alignment with the wealth, okay? And make sure you have multiple streams of income. Love, huge one, huge one. Start with yourself. May I add that? Start with yourself. Did you tell yourself that you love yourself today? Did you do that? And did you feel it? All right? Start by saying it and say it so much and start to believe it and believe it so much. Because the thing is that your love for yourself, right, is going to shine through so that someone else can feel that they be loved too. And so I want to encourage you today to find where in your life you have the most love, right, and from whom. And I want you to reach out and squeeze that person so much. I want you to hold on, okay, because I squeeze my young ones, man, and I tell you what, there's nothing better than that feeling of love, and it's unconditional. And so as we start to feel and fuel ourselves in our lives, that self-love should be there. And I'm not talking about being arrogant. I'm not talking about boasting. I'm not talking about that type of thing. I'm not talking about ego here. I'm talking about love and a love in abundance, right? Because with love, nothing can harm you. Nothing can harm you. Love doesn't come from any other place than love. Love is what it is, right? And so abundance, okay, is where love lives. And it's huge. And so that's where we have to start with ourselves. And then we need to go out there and we need to love others. Because this is the cool thing about life is as you love others, so will you be fulfilled. And that's so amazing. Okay. And so on this Wealthy Wednesday, as I work through those channels, those are some of the most important buckets to me when it comes to where I'm going and why I'm going there. And I just wanted to jump on here and share that with you because, again, as we start thinking about passion, there's so many people that are going in directions that they're not happy about. And the saddest thing is not the fact that they're going in those directions, but they're choosing not to address it. That's the thing. And so if you're seeing someone or if you're talking to somebody, don't be so scared to say, hey, listen, what are you doing about it? Right? Don't let people just complain about their circumstances. You know, hold them accountable to let them know they got a choice. What are you doing about those relationships? Right? You're complaining about this person. What are you doing to fix that? What are you doing to fix that? Or do you want to fix it? Right? Are you serving what it is that you want? Right? Because if you're not, then who is? Who is? So here we go. Nick, yeah, I'm in the zone, man. I'm fired up right now. Had a little E-shot. It's the E-shot's fault. All right. Check in. Awesome. Sarah, what's going on? Carnell, what up, baby? Winners make no excuses. You're right. We win. Everybody's a winner. That's the thing. You know, you don't have to be cut from a certain cloth to win. Everybody is given the chance to win. Everybody is. Some people like winning and some people don't. Some people care, some people don't. That's the difference. Are you looking for a solution? And that is the question. Are you looking for a solution? You know, many people ask me, well, how do you do what you do? And I say, well, the first thing I do is I make sure my intentions are pure. I do what I do without expectation. That is the number one thing. I do it without expectation. Therefore, I'll never be disappointed. You know, I can care less what others feel about what I say, what I do. I can care less about, you know, the outcome of what I share and what people decide. That those things to me are not my responsibility. My only responsibility is to serve and live in fullness and abundance and be in alignment with what I am fulfilled by. And that's love and abundance and servant leadership. Right? And then I ask people, are you looking for a solution? Because here's the thing. If I just went out there telling everybody that I can help them, you know, that's not going to serve me nor them. Right? Because that's me telling them what to do. And I don't want to tell people what to do. Right? I want to ask, what do you want to do? and if I could help you, are you open to partnering up? That's the question. Are you looking for a solution? And so as you go forward in this Work Wednesday, I'm sure that there are going to be some people that are going to come into your path and they're going to have something to share with you. And I encourage you to now know what you know. Take that message now and ask that question. Ask that question. What are you doing about it? What are you doing about it? And focus more on that than the problem. Because if you stay on the problem, it's going to end up still a problem. If you address the solution and say, okay, what can we do about it? You will end up with a solution. So here we go, right? Do you have an exit strategy, right? How is that working for you? Great questions. Great questions. Winner show all the way up from the toe up. Dan, what's going on, brother? Man, so many people jumping in here. Got about 4 more minutes here before I jump back into play with my little guy. Anybody else, anything they want to share? Exit strategy. I love that. I love that. Or how about this, Keith? How about this? Instead of an exit strategy, have you found an entrance into your passion strategy? Have you found an entrance into what it is that you want to do for the rest of your life yet? Have you found a way to get in? Have you found the opportunity yet? Have you found what it is that you are just so in love with in your life? Have you found it yet? Right? Are you still looking? May I help you with that? Awesome. You were on point, brother. Right on, Sonny. You know, it's amazing what kind of happens when you start to get out of your comfort zone. It was on LinkedIn yesterday. There was a young man by the name of John who said copying was the biggest form of flattery. And he put on his post, he said, you know, this is a shout out to Aaron and his energy. And he did this skit in the car, imitating me. And it was so awesome because I saw in his face that even though he was doing the motions, you know, of the excitement and enthusiasm, he got it. He caught the spirit. He was like, woo! He was turned up. And I was just so grateful that he did that, you know, because again, as we look at all of our actions, they're going to affect someone. They're always going to impact someone. And so my question to you is, are you a distraction or are you the solution, right? And as you draft, ask that question. Is this a distraction? Is this a solution? And as you continue to do that, and you continue to just be focused on that fulfillment piece and that value piece and always wrap everything up with gratitude, can't go wrong, man. You can't go wrong, and you will continue to be in abundance. And abundance feels so good. And am I where I want to be yet? I don't know. I know where I'm at right now, and I know I'm excited about it, and I know that I fulfilled, and I have an endless amount of work to do, you know, which is so much fun because I love what I do. right? I love what I do. And so my wish for you is that you find what you love to do and you find a way to earn a living doing it so that you can continue to feel the way you feel. And so I want to thank everybody for chiming in here and really be part of this live. I'm so excited. We have Kisei says, yes, we are the models and ambassadors for what the limitless life can look like. Woo! I like that. Distraction or versus solution. Yes, man. Awesome. Yeah, that's it. Everybody wants to be a solution guy or a girl, right? They want to talk about it and lead forward. And so my wish for you is that you find what you love and find a way to make a living on it so that you can continue to do what you love. And so thank you for being on The Tank today, live in The Tank with Keith Deyo and Aaron Hairston. And for the hundreds of thousands of individuals out there that are just crushing it, shout out to you. And for those who haven't found a way to crush it yet, link arms with those who are crushing it so that they can help you find your groove and your passion. We'll see you tomorrow live in The Tank, 12 noon. Let's rock and roll, guys. I'll talk to you soon. God bless.